Hello guys, welcome back to RxT's Pathology. So here we're going to just see a very simple normal histological finding of seminal vesicles. And there are some important points which I want pathologists, young pathologists to keep in mind so that they don't get confused whenever they see a diagnostic slide, right? Let's deep dive into it. Seminal vesicle is a very multilobulated tubular gland, right? If you can see the surface epithelium like this, it'll be extremely convoluted, kind of like a papillary appearance, kind of like an acne with lots and lots of convolution. That's how a normal seminal vesicle looks like. And seminal vesicle, I can see it's lined by a simple columnar epithelium. Stratification might be seen, right? Why this is important is you should not mistake that okay, it's in hyperplastic epithelium because stratified in a biopsy of colon, we used to think of something wrong, right? So here, stratification is something which can be normally seen based on the axis of cut. Sometimes stratification will not be visible. You might see a basal layer which will look darker and a columnar layer on top of that, and stratification is completely normal in case of seminal vesicle. To say it is seminal vesicle, one of the classical clue is lipofuscin. Use the same golden brown pigment. There's actually two types of lipofuscin in seminal vesicles, one and two. One is the one which you can commonly see a very big coarse granular golden brown pigment. The other one is a little bit paler yellowish shade. You might see both of them, but when you see in an epithelium in the lower male genital tract with lipofuscin, that must be a seminal vesicle epithelium. This might extremely come handy whenever you are resecting a prostate biopsy for a radical prostatectomy to see the seminal vesicle involved or not, right? Seminal vesicle surrounding the gland, it'll be, let's say this is a gland, you'll have very thick muscular cord, right? You'll have very thick inner circular muscular cord. Surrounded by it, you can have a little bit of a longitudinal thin external muscular cord also, right? So actually the seminal vesicle look like it's embedded in the muscle cord. That's how the normal seminal vesicle be, very thick cord and a very thin lumen, similar to something what you see in a maybe tube, right? Very thin lumen and a very thick cord. That's how the seminal vesicle also looks like, right? And there's one thing which I never want any young undergraduates to postgraduates to forget is Arya-Stellar reaction. You must have definitely read about Arya-Stellar reaction in case of hormonal changes in the female genital tract, right? Arya-Stellar reaction is nothing but based on the hormonal changes, the cells looks very ugly, pleomorphic, atypical. It looks like that, right? So the same Arya-Stellar reaction can also be seen in seminal vesicle. It is very important so that you don't mistake that it's a carcinomatous change, or you might not mistake a prostatic carcinoma coming into seminal vesicle, which will alter the grade, right? So Arya-Stellar reaction, which is a hormonal change, which might look ugly, which might look pleomorphic. That's possible in case of a seminal vesicle. But again, mitosis will not be atypical. There's a clue to say it's an Arya-Stellar reaction and not a not a neoplasia or a carcinomatous infiltration. Fine. Okay, let's go deep dive into slides. This is from our where is it? Where is it? Okay, this is from our slides list. Like I said, thick amount of muscle and thin lumen here, right? That's how it'll be. It'll look like it's embedded in a thick stroma, which is nothing but a muscle stroma, right? Just for a ease of understanding, look at this prostatic parenchyma. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful corpora amylacea, right? This is prostate, and we have seminal vesicle here, right? Let's little bit zoom into it and see if we can find the features what we read. This is the overlying epithelium. Okay. One characteristic finding you can see here is the amount of lipofuscin. It's pretty evident, right? Lipofuscin. It's pretty evident lipofuscin. Whatever you can see easily here, the type 1 lipofuscin, which is coarse brown in color, golden brown in color. The pale ones is a bit difficult to identify. Maybe if you see a real slide, if you spend some more time, you can easily identify them as well, right? So what I was saying is stratification. Completely normal, right? You can see a basal layer, you can have stratified. Look at this. Ah, that's a beauty. This looks ugly. A nucleomegaly. If I see this in any other epithelium, I will think, okay, is it dysplastic? But in case of a seminal vesicle, it's nothing but normal thing, right? It's like an endocrine atypia, which you can be seen in seminal vesicle, isolated a cell which might look very big and ugly. At the same time, you might see a cluster of cells which may look ugly, right? I was talking about basal epithelium, right? Okay, that's how a normal seminal vesicle looks like, and these are the muscle cord. Fine. Okay, let's go into a cut section of a gland. Maybe look at this. It's very complex tubular, right? Again, the lipofuscin pigments. Okay, again, it's stratified. Sometimes it look like a single layer, sometimes it looks like stratified. It's completely normal. And the ugly looking cells, if at all you come across something which is very big and have certain very clear or a vesicular site of nuclei, don't worry about it. It's a normal variation what we see in seminal vesicle, right? So share to someone who's not seen a seminal vesicle and is ready to report a prostate biopsy. This might come in handy. See you soon. Follow us for more. Till then, bye bye from Dr. Anjit. Bye bye.